3, 2, 1.
All right. I'm here with Travis Schwartz from Southern California. First time in New York?
It is. The CEO here at Glide.
Oh, wow. Well, I want to hear what you're doing, but I want to first hear about your first New York experience. I know you've just been here, but how's it been?
So far, I haven't unfortunately got to see too much. I've been here about 12 hours, but everything I ever heard about it is true.
Yeah. How's the room?
So. No, I'm actually not staying at this hotel. We're just down the street.
Oh, all right. All right. So tell me about Glide. What is it that you do?
Yep, so we're a manufacturer and distributor of indoor vertical horticulture racking. We have a modular-based system. It's the only one in the space that I know of that is built and designed by growers for growers. So I'm one of the co-founders here at Glide. My business partner Darren has been in the cultivation space for about 12 years. And like I said, we've built a multi-tiered system from single tier to 4-5 tiers, what the customer's needs are. We've also are coming out with some solutions here at MJ Biz around airflow and work deck systems to optimize efficiency and ROI for investors.
In your estimation, I know that we're currently recording this, you're not watching it, but do you think it's going to look weird that I'm using my phone to record audio? Do you think it's going to read that people know we had a microphone break? Is it going to look weird? Or are people going to be fun?
No, it's a thing. People do it.
Is it?
It's a thing.
Alright, okay, good.
Because this won't pick it up as well. That will actually pick it up.
Alright, so I want to know about this. Did this start as specifically for growing cannabis, or was it growing other things vertically and then somebody was just like, oh, let's do it for that?
Nope, it started from the ground up, just for cannabis.
Yeah. Is there other stuff you can grow vertically?
Sure, our system it can be used for growing any type of vegetation, vegetables, or even orange trees, depending on how the application is put together.
Now, all right, since you're the CEO of this, if someone were to give you some weed that was grown using this equipment, and then weed that was grown just any other way, would you be like, oh, I can tell this weed was grown using Glide? Oh, it's just better.
I think that's a hard question to answer, but I think you can tell if it's an outdoor versus indoor. I'm sure you can tell the difference. And if somebody has all the pieces of the puzzle in place and knows how to grow an experienced vertical, you should be able to grow in a multi-tiered system in every bit as good quality as a single-tiered indoor system.
Yeah. All right, I have one more question. That's fine. And then you can ask us questions. But have you ever taken a troubleshooting phone call from somebody who's been having trouble putting this together? Have you ever done that?
That would not be a problem we'd ever actually run into, because we have a full professional install team that goes out to the customer's site and installs everything from the ground up.
I guess really the question was more about like what other things have you done? Because if you started it, you probably have done a lot of stuff.
Pretty much everything, yeah. To give you just a little perspective, we started the company about 3 years ago with me and my co-founder, and there was only the two of us for about the first year, and then from January this year we had 4 people, and now we have 35 since January 1st. So we are growing rapidly, and look forward to continuing to provide solutions for the indoor ag and cannabis markets.
All right, can I ask a private question?
Sure, but I get a question first.
Okay.
Why do you have bananas on your shirt?
Well, this shirt was given to me by a friend. That's the real reason why I have it. And then, no further statement. I don't know if friend gave it to me.
Last question. Where did you get a Thrasio necklace?
A what?
Familiar with Thrasio?
No. Who are they?
They are a major player in the Amazon space. One of the biggest
well, I was at this event a week ago at the Cannabis Center.
Okay.
Flash that?
So that's very much in the Amazon space.
White label,
I'm familiar with that one as well.
Yeah. All right, I have a question for Greg.
Sure.
All right. So, same room, twin beds or queen bed? Two rooms or one room?
Oh, there's two rooms.
Two rooms. Oh, okay.
There's two rooms, yeah.
Nice.
I thought this was like a choice where I have to say like which one I prefer.
No.
Yeah, you're like dicey here.
All right, good. I think that's good, right?
Are you guys brothers?
Appreciate it.
No, we're not.
Not related.
We're not related.
I would never claim it.
Why not? All right, all good?
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
We have a cool augmented.
Hey, Shan. Ooh, that's a spot right there. The Greek things, the Greek seats. Dang. That bus is moving. Stop doing that. Yeah, I've done that too. Take as many like mini clips as possible.
Well, they made a movie of the book.
That's what I mean. Is that what it is? Got some anti-vaxxers up. Looks good. Where they at? Where's the anti-vaxxers? I just remember seeing you with the VR. What? Oh, I gotta get going. Screenplay I ever read was Social Network. What? Well, I got some cool footage of this thing. Is it this one? Yeah. My sister.
So where are you located?
It's called the Stoner Morning Show.
Someone might have reached out to us.
It's stoners doing like a talk show.
Okay.
And so we mostly talk about funny stuff, but we also talk to what you do.
Sure.
Damn, that joint is It's huge. It's like a finger.
Magazine for the first year or two, and then I rebranded into Cannabis Media.
Thanks for talking with us.
VIP box.
Oh, sweet. All right. And what's your name again?
Sandro Piancone.
Sandro Piancone. Nice to meet you. So you are the
CEO of Green Globe International and Hempaco.
Oh, nice.
We're a publicly traded company on the OTC Bulletin Board. And we're here, we presented at 12 o'clock, and our talk was about disrupting tobacco.
Oh, nice.
How do we do that? With hemp cigarettes and hemp rolling papers and Delta 8 cigarettes.
Are you surprised to find out that Johnny and I missed the talk? Are you surprised to know that?
Was I even up at that point?
Not surprised at all.
Was I up? I don't think I might have been 10:30, maybe.
Yeah, I think I did get up early.
I went back. I'm like the type of guy. I'll take a nap after sleeping for 10 hours.
Yeah. It's not a race, really.
Yeah.
Well, how long have you been doing cigarettes?
So 2 years, this is our product, so we like to call this Real Stuff 2.0. Because our first version was good, but this is great. The actual box is made out of hemp. The filter's made out of hemp, if you can see that.
Ooh, I'm getting in there.
The paper's made out of hemp. Okay, we use 10% organic CBD hemp from California. And there's two technologies. We have infusion of terpenes into the filter, and we spray the flower with terpenes, and that's another patent.
Oh, wow. And is this for people this is to get people off of tobacco cigarettes, or is this for weed smokers?
So it's both. If you're a weed smoker and this is to bring you down, so you can't always be high, right? So you smoke this. If you're a tobacco smoker and you want to quit smoking, you would smoke this. But really, it's another delivery vehicle for CBD. So if you're a CBD taker, you can smoke this and you will get the same benefits. An anti-inflammatory, it relaxes you.
Are you guys selling them here, or is it?
So we're really strong on the West Coast. We're based out of San Diego, California. So we're strong in California, Texas, Florida, and we're here for distributors in New York.
Nice.
So hopefully your morning show will bring us someone.
Hey, maybe.
That would be great for us, the fact that we did something for somebody. Yeah, that would be pretty good. All right, I have a final question.
Sure.
Johnny and I have been hanging out for a few days, and we hung out last night, the night before, we were watching Planet Earth. Are you familiar with the nature documentaries?
I'm not. Sorry.
Oh, it's all right. It's just a TV show where you watch animals.
Okay.
And so, like, you've learned about some great animals. Narwhals.
Narwhals are great.
Bears. Anyway, in your opinion, there's no wrong answers. What is the weirdest? Well, no, we decided that all animals look weird.
All animals are weird.
Weird animal.
The least weird. Maybe because I'm used to my horses are probably the least weird. But yeah.
They are still weird,
They're still
though.
weird.
They're weird. Yeah.
They're weird. Well, I guess I would say a cat. But if you really look up close on a cat, they're a little...
Yeah, and they're little tigers, you know.
All right. Well, thanks so
Well,
much.
hold on. I got this gift for you.
sure.
Let me tell you what's in the gift before
Oh yeah,
we...
let's talk.
Ooh, gift.
Here's what that is. So we got some product. This is Delta 8. So these
Ooh,
are Delta
Cali
8
vibes,
products.
baby.
We have some other products. You're gonna get. These are one of our 10 packs
No way.
and a 20 pack,
Oh, sweet.
What?
and then some homework, which you probably won't do, but you can read about the hemp industry.
Yeah. I mean, I'll have it for guests to come over to my apartment. You know.
And I'll peruse it for 2 minutes
Yeah.
tonight.
All right.
Wow, thank you.
Is that good?
Thank you.
Thank you. Nick.
I think vaping is just as bad, though. I don't know.
It is.
That's cool. What's going on?
Yeah.
I like it.
I'll be like, all right, there it is. It's kind of, that's our system, and I can tell, like, hey, now let's go ahead and put it back. Remove my wife's text. So we'll go ahead and we'll put it back. We'll go put it like a triple tier system with plants right here. It just needs to learn the floor.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, a grower can be like, oh shit, like now I see, now I know how much space it's going to take up. I know I have enough ceiling clearance, and they can walk around the whole thing.
Nice.
And they can, like, you know, anyway, I love this kind of shit. So.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, Anywho.
My name's Jason Wilson. He's speaking tomorrow at 2:50.
Oh, cool. Hey, this is Sean Wickens from Stoner Morning Show. I'm here with Johnny Pinty behind the camera. And I don't know, we're at a cannabis event. It's mostly about business to business stuff. But they've been happy that we're here, so we're going to talk to people. And I'm talking into my phone because our microphone broke. All right.
We're out. North Carolina?
No, Columbia.
Oh, Columbia. Wow. Okay.
A bunch of people have left New York and California to go places like Texas or Florida with a different income tax structure. And so that's the game that needs to be played. The flip is, for like an MSO that's getting involved is, hey, that border might be a prime location to grab for a retail shop because you can actually, essentially double the volume that you're going to move through cheaper than the guy that's a block away on the other side of the border.
Right, and Cuomo did try to gather on the governor.
Cities and every locality and jurisdiction will have a different tax rate. And so effectively you could, move, again, just a block or two and say I'm going to go from an 18% tax to a 20%.
So we'll finish up with this, and this is for all of you guys, and I'm sorry we're all guys, but diversity.
We mostly do a comedy show, but it's cannabis related, so we're here to learn it.
Great.
So I'm here with Scott Jordan of Alternative Finance Network. And you're the first person that we're talking to on camera that you stopped us.
I was told by my marketing director
I
that you
appreciate
guys
your
were shooting.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. So tell us a little bit about what you do, what you're involved
Sure.
with.
I've been providing debt-based capital to the industry since 2009, and I've done over $100 million in deals, and I've helped companies like Harborside, Weed Maps, companies like that, larger companies grow and be able to experience a successful exit.
Yeah.
And so I live in Denver, did my first loan for...
This guy wants to
Loves
move to
Denver.
Denver. Yeah, he loves
I got offered a job at Ember Hostel.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, I should have took it. But,
Did you? Okay.
but I wouldn't have met him.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. Denver's a cool place. When you get out there, let me know. I'll
Definitely.
show you where to go and hook you up. And, Are you single?
I am single, yeah.
Looking? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
They got a couple of young girls. I mean, they're like, you're old enough to be my dad. I'm like, well, let me hook you up.
Yeah.
You know?
That would be great, yeah.
You're the person to meet.
I'm the connector.
Yeah.
I'm the ultimate connector because really what I do is I run a dating service for debt.
Yeah.
And really what
For
I do
what?
is a dating service for debt. I hook up people that want money with people that have money.
I like that.
You know, people think there's two types of people in the world, men and women. I look at it as there's two types of people, those that have money and those that need money.
I think that's genius.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Wait till you see the business model that I'm coming up with next. You'll really like that.
Yeah. So
Oh,
tell us a little bit about when you stopped us. You said that you had, some breaking news in the money world.
2 weeks ago, we got from an existing lender of ours that they would do something I've never seen before, which is they will finance 100% in a merger and acquisition deal. They will finance 100% of the debt up to 50% of the purchase price, which is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because usually you're going to give up equity, you're going to give up, maybe you'll put down 25%, but you can get better pricing as the purchaser if you're willing to put more cash in. So it helps them. It helps the buyer to get cash rather than have to take a note or take a chance on a stock purchase. I'm talking to several people now that are very disappointed because stocks have tanked since they announced so what they thought was going to be 25 million is now 15 or 10 and heading down, and they have no way to liquidate that stock at this point in time because of the lockup period they have. So I bring cash to the table. What I also bring is the ability for someone to pre-qualify ahead of time, like you would pre-qualify for a mortgage ahead of time, and be able to know, okay, I'm approved for 50 from Scott or 100 million
Now
from
I can
Scott.
chase the deals.
Now I can go ahead and go out and deals rather than trying to and negotiate from strength having cash.
Nice.
So that's new. I've not seen anything like that in the past. I've been in the space since 2009.
Right.
And I think it's groundbreaking, and it really makes it nice for the MSOs that really want to expand ahead of legalization.
So this has been a good conference for you.
Oh, this is the best.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my audience, very curated.
Yeah.
You know, it's better than MJ Biz, which is, 35,000. A lot of people, it's not this crowd.
Right.
It's a different type of crowd. I love MJ Biz. I was at the very first one in 2013 when it was out in Denver. But this is just, high level, people and, just really good crowd.
Yeah. You might have a good mind for this question, and it was brought up in the conference that we were just in, and I'll be honest, we walked in there just because we wanted seats before the cocktail.
Yeah, real early. The cocktail.
Smart. I love it.
Yeah, but on stage somebody brought up, diversity in the cannabis industry, and as somebody who works on the money side of it, do you have a perspective on how that can be better, or what steps the industry can do to make sure that that happens,
Well, the industry has taken a lot of substantial steps with social equity, and a lot of many of the states. It's a state-by-state thing. So New York is going to do something different than Jersey.
Sure. Yeah.
What I've seen is that they're giving priority status to social equity applicants, which is a great head start. In fact, I was talking to a really bright guy. A guy by the name of Kurt Dalton. Shout out Kurt Dalton, Cannabis.net.
Haven't met him yet, but
I'll add the shout out.
Yeah, interview that guy.
Sure.
Ooh, that guy is like, I met him for the first time in Massachusetts last week, and I felt like I was sitting at the feet of Elon Musk talking about space travel and cars.
Oh, wow.
This guy is a weed genius. Really smart. You can find Cannabis.net.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'd say the same thing about you, though.
Well, I don't know. I haven't earned those kind of stripes yet, but maybe he might.
Yeah.
Kurt's a nice guy and he's smart. But what's happening is that social equity is getting the advantage and the head start on delivery. Now, if you haven't tuned into delivery, delivery is the next big thing.
Oh, sure, yeah.
It's going to be huge.
Right.
And he's got a way of tweaking up the delivery so that it's going to be profitable for him lead generation.
Right.
Doesn't have to have necessarily the dispensary and the grow to physically deliver packages.
Yeah.
What he's going to do, I think, is a brilliant way of doing it. And I'm not going to give away a secret because I don't want to give away a secret sauce, but I just was uber impressed, and I've been impressed with delivery because I think there's going to be an intersection of subscription services where people buy or subscribe to monthly. They get non-THC stuff. They get pipes and other paraphernalia.
Right.
And
Stoner Morning Show T-shirts.
Yeah. Those are an in-demand item, I heard.
I mean, we have.
The yellow
we're
one's
near
nice.
we're near sold out of our first run.
Is that right? Oh, good. Good. Are we going to see a Wake and Bake next, or?
Oh, maybe
that's
that's
a good
somebody
one.
else's brand.
Oh.
But we could do like Stoner Morning Show, Wake and Bake with Stoner Morning Show or something.
There you go.
We could, yeah.
Or Woken but not broken.
Woken and not
That's
broken.
good,
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Oh, did you finish your thought?
No, I didn't, but that's okay.
No, go for it. No. Go, yeah.
So what I think is really neat, and what's really going to be popular is extending that now to THC products that are delivered monthly.
Yeah.
So now you can order, joint.
My friend has that in Philly.
Does he? Well, but not legally.
I don't think so.
No,
Right.
no, it's not legal. Nobody's done it yet.
Right.
To my knowledge. And
It's like an app,
Pennsylvania
though. They
is
have
so
like a-
difficult. The licensing and what you can do there.
Yeah.
My boy that lives in Philly says it's tough. A lot of people go to the black market just because it's difficult.
easier.
It's easier.
Yeah.
It's difficult there. I live in Colorado, so we don't have delivery yet, but we're getting it. And
Do you have any kids?
I do, but they're adults now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can just text one of them and just be like, hey, can you drop by some, right?
Yeah, that's kind of like it's an in-house delivery service.
Hey, I asked my son yesterday, I forgot my power cord. I said, hey, can you drive over to my house? And Dad, come on, just go ahead and get it from BH and have them overnight into you.
Yeah.
Thanks, son.
Thanks, son.
Okay.
All right, here's a question. Is is gravy a condiment, or would you think that that is in its own category all by itself? 'Cause
Like a
I feel like-
soup-based item almost?
Well, I feel like
Like turkey, like putting gravy on a...
yeah, I feel like gravy is the best condiment. Like nothing else comes close to it.
What's a
Whereas
top
gravy-
tier
I'm a
condiment?
sauce guy. I mean, if it's
Yeah.
good gravy, it's top of my list.
Yeah.
You know, I love mixing the sauces up.
So what is gravy? It's a sauce.
No, I
Gravy's a
think
sauce.
it's. I don't know. I think it's its own
You
thing.
put giblets in it? Do you put like turkey
I'll be
particles
honest.
in it?
I'll be honest. I'm not much of a chef. I just like what other people make. But I don't know. Gravy is the.
He's pretty good. He makes good eggs.
Is that right?
and
Yeah.
Potatoes
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
We're not dating. We're just. He's crashing at my place.
Yeah.
Well, I figured, you know, you're a little, you know, senior to him.
It's true.
Hey, sugar daddy, you know it. I mean,
I mean, 'cause you're what, about-
if you could sugar me up, you know.
28?
27.
Yeah.
Close?
Yeah, close. Usually I get an 18.
No, you look older than that.
It's good that we're in another room because I did not hit the record button. Audio, but we can get audio on this. So
Okay.
and you brought us to a quiet room. So good work.
Yeah, it was. We only were doing that because it was so crowded. And
Oh, okay.
I don't have like the extension.
Yeah, yeah.
Any closing thoughts? Are you going up to the cocktail?
Oh,
hour?
absolutely.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
I'm thirsty.
Let's get jiggy
I'm
with it.
thirsty, but closing thoughts. I would say this is a great time to be in the cannabis business, I think, particularly on the East Coast, because you guys are going through what we did in Colorado 2014.
Seems like
7 years ago.
10 years ago.
So
Seems
you
like
guys
20.
can learn from all the mistakes and implement properly. And for investors, it's a field day though, because most of the states are limited license, or it's very difficult to get licenses.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get a license, I mean, that's like, you know, huge ticket. And then, well, one of the other breaking things that I don't think anybody else has reported on yet, except you guys, because you guys are in the know,
Sneak peek.
is the deal that just got done, that Forefront did for $55 million. This is the precursor. Remember this, it's October 14th, 2021. Scott Jordan told you first, the deal with Forefront is the precursor to a trend in the industry where people are now getting licenses, building a facility, not even operating it, and selling that for probably 4 or 5 times what they built it.
Wow.
That deal at Forefront, they bought for $1,000 a foot, $55 million. And what they did was they built it for probably, on average, $200 a foot is about average. So they built it for 11 million, they sold it for 55 in a year and a half or so before they even built it. It reminds me of the pre-construction financing that was going on in South Florida, in Fort Myers and other things in 2007, 2008. They would do a paper plat, they'd go ahead and sell that to an investor. The investor would put $2,000 down, finance the rest because the mortgages were crazy back then, no money down, and then they'd flip it for 50 grand on a $2 grand investment. I mean, it was crazy. So I'm seeing this trend now in financing, and I have not seen anything like that to date. But people that can get a license in a state like New York, like New Jersey, like Ohio, like Pennsylvania, these limited license states, you can build something and they will come. And they will come with cash, and they will come with stock and other things, and they will come and buy that from you, because there's such a feeding frenzy in these limited license states to get planted, get acreage, and plus the price of marijuana is very high in Massachusetts right now. It's $3,500 to $4,500 a pound, depending on the quality. So, you should be able to grow for $300 to $500 a pound or so. So, great markup there. Hard to get a license, but if you have a license, I mean,
Gravy.
think about that. $45 million profit in 18 months, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
And they don't even know if they can grow marijuana in that space. That's the thing that's crazy to me. They don't even know. They haven't tested the lights, they haven't tested the power, they haven't tested anything. But they stroked $55 million to them.
Wow.
So.
Well, thanks for talking with us.
You're very welcome. I'd love to, when you guys get it ready, I'd love to see it, because I think it's a real...
Yeah, do you have Facebook or anything? Did you get them on there?
Oh yeah, it's if you want to.
So you're going to edit and publish it, or are you going to publish it straight?
Edit it.
We'll edit it, and we've talked to.
Yours will be
people.
easy to publish.
We might do one long video. We might do a few.
Optimus luggage. Luggage in disguise. What's going on, but it was great.
We'll take a second, let him join us on the screen here. Oh, there he is! What's happening?
Good to see you guys.
How are you? Doing all right?
All good here.
Well, let's do this first, right? Ian Bernstein, you've been in the space a little while now. You've had a great career. Well, let's start with you, man. Let's give the room a bit of your experience and how you're affiliated with the cannabis industry.
Sure, thanks. So I've been mostly in the storage business most of my career. When I got started, I had the good fortune of getting started when we were coming right into the recession. That was a lot of fun. And so in order to survive in the recession, we created something called the SBOA, which is the Storage Business Owners Alliance. And so through that method, we were able to team up with a lot of different self-storage owners and operators, as well as vendors, cut better deals on certain services, and to create additional revenue streams. And we've been doing it now for almost 14 years. And it's been very successful. We probably have 20 to 25,000 different self-storage operators using our products in one way, shape, or form. And so we sold the business a little while ago. In storage, we still have the SBOA, we own facilities. And so I've been investing in a lot of different capacities. And one of them has been, we started a company called Coach Capital, which has been great. Got 4 partners in that business. And we started with sale leasebacks. And as I started talking to Jason Raznick, who I've known forever, I mentioned, I think that this industry is ripe for what we're doing in storage. And so I'm talking with you and others, and I think we're ready to really take this thing to the next level.
Awesome, well I appreciate that. So an investor in cannabis businesses, Coach Capital, you have a wonderful business model there, and you guys have, you have a number of board seats yourself in terms of what you're doing in the business, Ian. So as you guys are out there listening to this, feel free to follow along. The website, I believe, Jess, is BenzingtonCannabisAlliance.com, is that right?
Correct.
Awesome. So let's pivot to you for a second, Jess.
Sure.
The work that you guys have done in the SBOA, right? And it's the Storage Business Owners Alliance,
correct,
right? Which we have now used as a model for this alliance in this business, is offer preferred pricing, right? And I'll just say this quickly, and I'm gonna let Jess explain more. We get calls from a lot of you, right? Every week, people will call Jason, they'll call me and ask, who do you know that does this? Who do you know that builds? Who do you know that can offer insurance? Who do you know that can help us with X problem, right? And so the goal for us now is to put all of those people in one place, right? All the people that we would say are our trusted partners, right? And then try to offer relationships with those people at a preferred rate because you're coming to them through us, right? So Jess, tell them a little bit more about the work we've been doing, about your own experience in this,
sure,
and what we've got going on.
Yeah, so on the storage side, we've been around, like Ian said, for about 14 years. We have a lot of established relationships there, a lot of which actually can cross-pollinate into the cannabis side with some of the service providers that we do use. So we're really just trying to curate a list of people we know, like, and trust that have good products, good teams, good customer support, good tech support, that can offer services to owners and operators in the cannabis space. We want to help you build efficiencies within your operations. We want to help you drive profitability to your bottom line. We've been very successful in doing that. We had one recently where we drove 60 grand to the bottom line for a particular owner and operator group. So any size, you can be small, medium, large in nature, and we want to be the connection point. Someone was joking with us earlier and called us like the matchmaking dating service of cannabis, and I think that's actually a really great analogy. So
why not?
We'll run with that.
Yeah, do that. Well, I love that, and thank you for that. I think it's $60,000, right? Just as an example, it may not sound like a lot, but that's, especially in this business, especially given how much has to go to taxes in terms of that top and bottom line revenue, $60K is a decent amount of money.
It was, and I mean, they were very grateful and thankful, and now they know, like, and trust us, and want to figure out more relationships that we can curate like that for them.
Wonderful. Well, yeah, Ian, I want to jump back to you for a second, man. What types of companies do we have involved here? And again, we're in the early stages, first couple of innings that in terms of launching this thing. But can you tell us a little bit more about who we have?
Yeah, so we've got a lot of different vendors. We have different suppliers. We've got a non-cash payment solution. We've got insurance. We've got even simple things like office supplies, phone and internet providers. Anything that you could spend money. One of the largest HVAC contractors and manufacturers in the country. Also, they can help with temperature control. Really anything that you can think of that, marketing, anything you think of where you're spending money at your facility. We want to help make it better, help come up with better ideas. And then we also, which is consistent with what Benzig is doing, is we want to also be like a central hub where people can share ideas and share good concepts and good or bad comments about the vendors that they're working with.
Very cool. So a question for either one of you. How do people get involved?
Yeah, I'll take that one if you want me to, Ian. It's actually... What's that? Yeah.
I'm sorry, did I make an issue? Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's actually really simple. You can just go online. If you're a cannabis company, there's a link within that, the online service. You just fill out the very simple form. It's, first, last name, number, and email. We'll get in contact with you. And if you're a service provider in the space, same thing. So 2 different links on the website, BenzingaCannabisAlliance.com. That comes internally to the team, and we reach out from there and we figure out, the inner workings of your business, and if we can make things work, we will. And trust me, we will work tirelessly to make something work. But again, we don't want to force things that we know might not make sense, right? So it has to make sense. We're working diligently every day to find new service providers in the space that we think bring value out there.
Wonderful. Well, one thing that I want to add to that, what's important to us is that we're really putting the power of Benzinga's ecosystem behind this thing, right? And behind our partners and behind our audience, right? So, as you can imagine, we have a ton of readers on Benzinga.com. We get around 20 million readers every month, right? We get around 2 million every month on just Benzinga.com/cannabis, right? So that's a lot of people interested in this space that come to our website looking for information about this industry. We're going to funnel those folks into this alliance. They're dispensary owners, they are investors, they are business professionals in this space, right? That's the audience that we're talking about. And we're going to put them in this website and let them interact with your brands, right? The services that you offer. And that's really important to us because we want to show them extra value. Right? We want to give them the opportunity to find deals, to find interesting other partners to work with. And on the flip side, and Ian, I don't want to steal your thunder, man, but the partners themselves that we have, those companies and vendors that we're featuring, the idea is that we're giving you a little bit of extra value too. Our team will be writing articles, will be available in newsletters that we send out to our overall audience, right? So that we're shining the spotlight more on you guys and what you're able to provide. Ian, anything to add there?
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple things. Number one, obviously, it's extremely beneficial for the users and the end customers. There's no cost, right? So you got nothing to lose. Check it out. The other thing is, I would tell you, is that all the things you do, it's got to be a win-win, right? So for the vendors, it has to be something that they're getting some benefit of getting to a lot more people. For the clients and users, they need to be getting better deals and better opportunities to improve their revenue or reduce their expenses. And obviously, it's got to be work well for us to spend the time and energy to do it. So we're always working on a way to make it optimal for all parties involved. And so we've been incredibly successful helping people build it and improve their bottom lines and in storage. And I know we're here as well.
Awesome. Jess, anything to add?
I think the one point I would add too, we've also connected vendors to vendors where it's made sense, right? There's been some software applications through API integrations and talks that we've had where it's made sense when we've really been able to dive into knowing the product and understanding the product and go, oh my gosh, you totally should talk to this vendor because they don't have this, it's a missing service, but I think, you know, we can make a connection point there. So it doesn't just go member to vendor sometimes it's even been vendor to vendor. We've been successful doing that as well.
Right, well, and I think as Elliot alluded to, this has been a labor of love for a while now, right?
It has.
Initially it was a directory of cannabis businesses that we put together on the Benzinga side, and then realized that we could open it up to be more value additive to everybody. So, you know, in essence, there's a lot that could be done here, and we want to hear from all of you. And I'll open it up for questions if there are any, but I think from our perspective, we want to know what challenges you're facing so we can help you solve them, right? And not just wait for that phone call that I'm assuming I'll get or Jason will get and try to help you that way. So please, if you have any questions, we're here. We can answer them now, or again, it's BenzingaCannabisAlliance.com.
That's it.
Ian's got a message if anybody was wondering. Ian, anything else, man? Any last words of wisdom?
No, I mean, it really just, it'll take us some time to kind of really get this thing going, but the more that people buy into the concept, the more that the operators are using it, you know, we have buying power with the vendors and have the opportunity to cut better deals and improve systems and create things that will make all of our businesses better. So the system works, and I encourage all of you to get involved, and it doesn't cost you anything, and all you can do is help. So
you heard it here first. Thank you, Ian Bernstein. Thank you, Jessica Johnson. Really appreciate it, guys. BenzingaCannabisAlliance.com. Thank you. And now back to this guy.
All right, y'all, the Benzinga Cannabis Alliance, 3 mainstays in the Benzinga ecosystem.